I'm gonna sing one of my favorite songs. Back streets back, alright. Da 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 da. Can't dance, can't move. Yeah, it's that time. I want to welcome you all to the Mike Rand Dolphin Around podcast. Alright, can't do an intro without an intro. Y'all listening, listen out. Go check my YouTube. I'm starting my video YouTube going on, so it's gonna be pretty cool getting into those types of things. So I'm gonna expand my horizons and get into some new adventures and some new things. If y'all got any ideas, just let me know. Just let me know. Man, woo! We're gonna talk about this subject of this ain't my house. And this goes into a lot of things. It's got a few backstories I want to tell you. Wow. Okay. So I remember when I was like junior, senior high school, I used to go to Ashley's house. And they moved to this really nice house out in 412 area. So I used to go to the house and hang out and all kind of things, you know, just have a good time. Just being a family over there. Because, you know, at my house, it was, I don't want nobody over, stuff like that. So, wasn't none of that stuff going on in my house. So, it was pretty fun going over there. And I'll never forget one time she was like, you spend the night over here. And I was like, man, that ain't finna kill me. Because, you know, I was scared of Danny. And, you know, me being scared of Danny just made me do type of things that I wasn't normally do. I'm a boss man. When it comes to Danny, I don't mess with Danny. Danny, her dad. Mildred, me and Mildred used to beef all the time. Me and Danny, And I'll never forget, we had like a routine. It'd be like, hey, I'm finna take Michael home. And in the midst of taking Michael home, we'll kind of like leave, branch away. And then eventually I go home. But this night, she was like, you spend the night. And me spending the night consisted of staying in the closet. So I was in the closet for a while, just like, I can't go home now. I done already committed to the sneakery, and it had rained, so it wasn't no sneaking me home after it rained. So all of that was nipped in the bud. So I'm up in the closet like, what I'm doing in here? And then about 1 a.m, she came and got me. She was like, all right, we go to the bed now. And I was like, man, I ain't trying to stay. I'm scared. So me being scared, I was just up all night like, when I'm going home. And I'll never forget, her dad had knocked on the door that morning to try to come in. And I'm scared as I don't know what. So I hide under the bed or the closet. I hid. That's all important. He came in. He's like, why you lock the door? And she was like, oops. And, you know, whatever. He went to work, did his thing, and I ended up going home. But that was some crazy stuff because it was like, we had this whole, like a bucket list relationship type thing. And that was those were the days. So, it's part of that, this ain't my house. That's why I don't like spending the night over people's houses. I like being in my bed. So, even if I go hang out, it's 2 or 3 in the morning, I'm going home. I may take a nap on the couch, but Dolph going home. So, I'll tell you another funny story. Oh, yeah. I was with T, and I was hanging out with T House, and we was drinking some freaking, I think it's Evan Williams, me, him, Ashley Gibson. We was out there drinking, having a good time, vibing. And I'll never forget, like, I had too much to drink. And we was smoking. So, drinking, smoking, never a good situation for me. Nothing ever happens good out of that. And literally, we messed around with it, nothing too special. We all adults now, just nothing too special. And literally, we got done. She called her boyfriend, crying, talking about some. I can't believe I messed with Michael. I'm sorry, I did you wrong. I just couldn't. I felt so guilty. And I'm sitting there like, we laying her naked, and that's your response. Wow. So me being crazy, I called Ashley and I was like, hey, man, can't believe I did this. And she was like, what? I was like, I messed with so-and-so. And she was like, why you calling telling me? And I was like, well, let me tell you what she did. And she was like, oh, that girl crazy. But you shouldn't be calling telling me. And I was like, I ain't know what else to do. I ain't have nobody else to tell. So that was the significance of that situation of this ain't my house. So, and really, really funny story. Oh wow, back in Long Beach, it was like had to be like Labor Day, cause we was off work. I think that Monday, and this happened like that Thursday, and we had a family day that Friday. I was off work, so I went to go see Tahara, and me and Tahara hanging out, and we sitting there chilling, vibing, relaxing, watching some TV, and watching looking at like some family pictures that she had. And I thought that was really cool and interesting. She had family pictures because I was like, man, we ain't got no family pictures? Man, that's crazy. So living through that whole situation just like opened my eyes up like, man, okay. So we chilling there vibing. All of a sudden I see a shadow go across the window, and I'm like, who was that? In my head. But in reality, I'm like, ain't nobody there. So we sitting there chilling. About 10 minutes later, somebody knocked on the door. She go see who it is. Crazy boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever. She married now with kids, so it ain't that serious, Statute of limitations, it's just all gone now. So she literally had me in the closet while he was outside beating up. And I'm in the closet like, So I call my boys and I'm like, hey, this what's going on. They're like, where you at? I said, man, I gotta be a man. I'm gonna stand up and do what I gotta do. I gotta grow up. I gotta mature. This is my day to mature. And that situation ended a certain way. I'm about to go back into too many details on that, but we ended up getting put in handcuffs against the car and eventually released. But at the end of the day, she was like, you spent the night here? And I was like, nah, I'm going home. She's like, can I come with you? And I was like, nah, this ain't my house. So I learned my lesson there. Leave him alone. I gotta stay at home. Home court advantage, where is that? If you ain't got home court advantage, I ain't trying to participate. So I'm definitely staying at myself. Ain't finna catch me at somebody's house just waking up to some nonsense. That stuff ain't cool. So, yeah. So, last story before I get up out of here. Man, cheating women be trying to have you spend the night. It's like, you got a man, right? I come over, right? We do what we do, right? Why I'm staying there? That's a setup. So, statute of limitations. I was hanging out with Julie, and we was kicking and hanging out. It was, nothing special, whatever. So we ended up messing around one night, and I went to sleep. And I always say, don't go to sleep, but I ain't want to drive home. And she had told me her baby daddy was dropping the kid off in the morning. And I was like, okay, You got this on lock. You want me having me spend the night? This ain't on lock. So tell me why. She ended up going to the door, letting him in. He saw me in there butt naked. He was trying to fight me. I'm in there butt naked. Alright? He trying to fight me. And the end of that situation turned out real ugly because I was a little scared because I was like, I've been in the city like maybe 3-4 months, and you know I shouldn't be out here like this, not strapped or anything, you know. So, valuable lesson there. Don't be staying at people's house. People how you cheating, don't know they cheating, run into all kind of mess. All right, this ain't my house. Stay in the house. All right, holla.